Hi, and it's another Monday Moment with Glenn Tinley. And first of all, Happy New Year. I haven't actually posted anything for the last couple of weeks in December. Took a little bit of a holiday break, and so this is my first one of 2011. So I want to start off with on my break, did a lot of reading, did a lot of catching up on stuff, and what I take from 2011 is that is going to be the year of two things. It's going to be one, the year of the tablet device, which I'm going to talk about later. I'm going to wait for this Consumer Electronics Show to be over this week, and then we're going to take a look at the BlackBerry Playbook and some of the other things. We've got some interesting technology things coming up with what we're doing here with Studio Media Group that I think you'll be very interested in, with some new shows and hosts, and it's going to be quite fun. So we're going to talk about the tablet. I've been using the iPad since it came out. I'm an Apple fan, but we obviously there's lots of other Android and BlackBerry devices and Microsoft, things like that. So we want to compare them all. Second of all, it's going to be the year of social media and how it's used and that type of thing. And it's not just social media like Twitter and Facebook, although those are the main forces moving forward. The social media in terms of how video like this is used, and how companies are going to start using video more and different things. So I've been doing a lot of reading and stuff like that. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today, which is social media. I get a lot of questions, a lot of people that I talk to, or I've spoken at conferences about social media and social marketing, and how do you get into it, how do you use it. And so what I decided is I want to just sort of go through 5 quick things that if you want to get into social media, and how the 5 things just need to think about. One is that social media, or not the first, number one, but social media is changing how consumers search, buy, and recommend. So how they search for products and services, how they buy these products and services, and how they recommend them, or how they get recommendations from their sort of network. The question you got to ask is your business taking advantage of social media and the change that it's creating, or are you still trying to figure out where to start? If you're trying to figure out where to start, here's the 5 things that you really need to think about. One, make sure you got a website that at least is up to date in terms of the design and the content being updated as regular as it makes sense for your business. If you're an online shopping and you provide online shopping, it's got to be updated all the time. If it's a service that is like a professional service, legal, accounting, something like that, probably don't need to be updating your site every day, although using social media can work well in those things. But make sure if you're driving people back to your website, you've got a website that's worth driving them back to. Our own Studio Media Group site, I'm not going to call it the best website in the world, but it's there, it's up to date, it's current, we update it, and at least there's content there. You have to have content there for people to go back and see. Second of all, choose a social media channel that's going to work for your business. Take a look at your business. Take a look at what Facebook offers in terms of commenting and friends and likes and in the way that it interacts with people. Take a look at Twitter, in that it's sort of one-way conversations, and don't think of Twitter in terms of that you're going to have your message all retweeted and conversations back and forth. Twitter is still, and I think will maintain this, is a lot of one-way conversations. You out to the followers that you've got. I read a stat months ago about Twitter. The percentage of retweets and conversations and the replies is so small that only the real, top Twitter users are getting a lot of that conversation, or it's amongst a small group of people, which is still fine. At least you're getting something, but it's not a massive amount. So don't think that Twitter is this massive two-way. Facebook's more of a two-way. Look to Twitter if you're more the expert in your field and you want to create followers because you want to provide information, again, linking them back to your website as a way to derive them there to say, hey, this is us, we're professionals, we know what we're doing, and by the way, here's the information on our website that you can go to and gather more information, and perhaps give us a phone call because we'd like to do business with you. Don't forget about just having a standard blog. Go to WordPress.com. Pick a template, start a blog. If you're good in your industry and you're a professional in your industry and you have a lot to say, then get on and blog once a day, once a week, once a month, whatever it is. keep it regular, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But don't. But a blog is a good way. Video, huge way. I think video is sort of the is going to be at the forefront of a lot of things in this coming year. You're going to see stuff from ourselves in terms of programs and things that we're doing, and how video, I think, engages people more so than many other things that in the past, just time, people's attention spans are getting shorter. They would rather watch something than read something. That's just the reality. You can watch stuff on your mobile phone. You can watch videos on our mobile app, the PEG, and that's what people are doing. We have more people engaging with our iPhone app, the PEG, watching videos, than we do have them reading content, and we can tell by the stats of where the popularity is. So that's one. Point number 3: once you start and commit to doing it, keep doing it. If you start and stop, people will stop following you, and they're going to just start to leave, and then you're going to try to come back, and maybe you get some people back, but then you'll stop again. Once you start doing it, you've got to commit to doing it. It takes time, it takes effort. Don't think that it's just going to be something simple, and that once you get started, all these people are going to flood into like you and become your friends and follow you on Twitter and give you a million hits on YouTube or whatever it might be. You need to be diligent about continuing on and moving forward with it. Have a goal. Sit down and develop a goal. What do you want to accomplish with your social media program? Do you want to increase awareness? Do you want to have a larger community that you're speaking to? Do you want to promote yourself as the expert? Do you want to drive more traffic to your website? Choose what you want it to be, whatever it might be. Write it down, set the goal, and then measure your results against that goal. And if you need to tweak it, that's fine. Continue doing it and just make those tweaks along the way. Don't just stop doing it. Continue to do it. Number 5, don't forget that social media is 7/24. We live in a 7/24 world. More people are online after 5 p.m. or after your office closes than are online during the day. A lot of people use Facebook and social media during the day. I myself am one. I'm on Twitter throughout the day. People are using it during the day, but a lot of people are getting up early in the morning and they're getting on Facebook and they're doing stuff, or they're getting after 8 o'clock when the kids are on to bed or whatever it might be. More and more women are using Facebook as their way of communicating with friends and getting back and forth and updating things. And they're online after sort of things are done, whether it's the kids are in bed or whether they're home and they've settled in and just doing stuff, men or women, doesn't matter. But that's when things are happening is 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. So if you're not engaged during those times, then you're not engaging with your audience. And that's the whole idea about this, is engagement and engaging with your audience and having conversations. It's not meant to be a one-way street. It's not meant to be I'm here to tell you things. It's here to be about a conversation about different things. And don't forget, social media is not, and I'm biased obviously because we sell advertising and marketing messages through print, online, mobile, digital signage, and different things that we've got. But don't forget that social media is not a replacement for advertising campaigns. It's a supplement and a complement to what those things are doing, but it does not replace them. It provides an area where you can put yourself out there as the expert, talk to people about what you do, expand your base a little bit, but you still need to continue other messages because people need to know that they can trust you. And then there's an inherent trust when people see you advertise in print or online or different things. If the only place they see you is on a Twitter feed or a blog or something like that, they don't really know enough about you. They want to go to your website, check you out. They want to see you advertising your brand in a magazine. They want to know that the products and services that you have are can be backed up, and you've got the customer service and the customer support to help you out. So there's my top 5 things, or my 5 things to look at if you're looking at getting into social media, or if you're already in it, just things to take a look at it and visit. I'm going to have these 5 things, just a bullet points list at the end of this video as well, so you'll be able to, if you want to write them down or take notes or something like that. So if you have any questions, send me an email, gt@studiomediagroup.com, or follow me on Twitter, Glenn_Tinley, twitter.com, Glenn_Tinley, and I hope you all are well, and we will talk to you next week.